So we are in this part where we say ועל כן יעקב שהוא השכל, שהוא מבחינת השכל כן זכה לחן. So last year we said that the test of Yaakov was if he can give the chen to his son in a way that his son can give it further. So we saw that he made it, he gave it to Yosef. Yosef got the chen, and then he passed it over to Binyamin. And Yaakov Avinu was the highest of the three fathers. Yeah, that he was the end of the beginning. Like the beginning of the creation of the Israeli nation comes from Avraham Avinu. But Avraham Avinu still was one. Yeah? And his power was Avraham HaIvri. What does it mean Avraham HaIvri? Like Avraham from the other side. Yeah, that all the world is from one side of the river, and Avraham Avinu is from the other side of the river. And that's what you hear, Avraham?
Yes, I hear you.
Yeah, so that's why the Gerim are called Avraham. Why they're called Avraham? Because all the world is on one side, and they say, no. You have to go to the other side.
Very good. I never heard that.
So that's why they are called Avraham after Avraham, because Avraham Avinu was one. He was only by himself, and this is the game. He's one. He hasn't got anyone to hold him and to give him and to tell him, yeah, you're okay. No, everybody says no. You're crazy. Most of the world is Christians, Muslims, Buddhism, or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
In those days, there weren't even those.
Yeah. But he put this way. Yitzchak Avinu is Gvura, but still he goes on this way that he's one. He has his father, but that's it. Yaakov Avinu is also on the same way of one, but he creates the 12 tribes. This is the beginning of the nation of Israel being bigger, because these 12 tribes stays on the way,
On the path.
Yeah. So this is the beginning. It's the end of the fathers and the beginning of the tribes. This is Yaakov Avinu, and the test is: can you give this power of chen to your kids in a way that they will be able to give it to their kids and to their kids and to their kids until it will come to us. So we see that he passed this test. Now each one of the fathers, he had a different way in doing Hashem. Let's maybe we'll read it. We'll read it inside. So we read until that Yosef says to Binyamin, Elokim yechoncha b'ni, and Binyamin gets the chen. And now we start speaking about Yosef. Yeah, Yosef. ודווקא יוסף היה יכול לברכו בחן. Yeah, Yosef, he could give him the chen. Why Yehuda didn't give him the chen? Avraham Yehuda. Yeah, why Yehuda didn't give him the chen? Yeah, why Reuben didn't give him? דווקא Yosef. Yosef was the one that can give the chen. Why? Because he was, כי יוסף היה כלול ביותר מבחינת יעקב. Yosef was closer to the aspect of Yaakov, of תפארת. Okay, כמו שכתוב, like it says in the pasuk, אלה תולדות יעקב יוסף. This is the descendants of Yaakov, Yosef. Yeah? It doesn't say this is the descendants of Yaakov, his son Yosef, his son Yehuda, his son. No, it says Yaakov, Yosef, straight away. Yeah? Because he was the main point of his descendants, and in the Zohar it says, Yaakov Yosef kechada chashivi. Yaakov and Yosef is like one. And when you see, like when Yaakov Avinu asked the tribe to bury him in Israel, so all the tribes they carry the coffin of Yaakov Avinu. Yosef not, because he's a king. You know, Yosef, his sons becomes tribes. Reuven and Menashe, they become tribes, but he's not counted as a tribe.
Right.
He's not counted Reuven, Yehuda, he counted Reuven, Yehuda, Menashe, Ephraim. There's no Yosef.
Right.
Yeah, because he's one with Yaakov. He's like the middleman between the times of the fathers and the times of the tribes. Yeah, but he's the closer to Yaakov. And that's why it says in Yosef, like Yosef, B'chor Shoro Hadar Lo. Yeah, like he's the B'chor. That we learn the B'chor is the Sechel. B'chor is the Sechel, is the Chokhmah, is the wisdom, is the intelligence that can look in it. Shor is the meaning of looking. Shoro in Hebrew, it's the meaning of looking. Because you have to look every place for the Sechel that is there. And Hadar Lo, Onkelos says, Zivle. Yeah, it's nice here because Onkelos is a girl.
Yes.
Yeah, so he translates, about Yosef. Yeah, that he has the light. Hadar Lo, Onkelos says, is Zivle. It's the meaning of light. Why? Because the Sechel, because the Chokhmah, the Sechel, the wisdom, the intelligence, lights every place for the man that can use it, even in the place that was awful and dark. What is awful? Awful is where there's a mist, a heavy mist that you cannot see because of the mist. It's not darkness like night, but it's a heavy mist. But if you have the Sechel, yeah, you can see the light inside the darkness and inside the mist. And this is something new. Because we learned before that the Sechel, the intelligence, is big light, and you can see Hashem everywhere you look. Mm-hmm. But we didn't use this word. Yeah? Looking in the dark places and in the hidden places where there's mist, it's something new. Mm-hmm. It's something that is connected for Yosef. For the aspect of Yosef. So, what Yosef is renewing in this work? Abraham Avinu was Chesed. Yitzchak Avinu was Gvura. Yaakov Avinu is Tiferet. Yeah, each one of them is unique. Yosef. The point of Yosef is Yesod. Yesod is straight away down from the Tiferet, mm-hmm. But he stays in the middle path.
Right.
He doesn't go to the right like Avraham Avinu or to the left like Yitzchak Avinu. He stays like his father. He's the first one to stay on the way of his father, and his father is the Tzadik. Yeah, when we say Yosef a Tzadik, so we think he's a Tzadik because he passed all the tests that he had to pass. Yeah, but he became a Tzadik because he connected himself to the Tzadik. He was the first one that started, the Baal Shem Tov, the Chassidus. Yeah, he was the first Chassid. Yeah, I go like my father. And when you see his dreams, so he dreams, the second dream, he dreams the sun and the moon and all the stars come.
11 stars.
11 stars, they come and bow to me. Why does the sun bow to the moon for someone that's supposed to be the moon? Why? Because the sun needs the moon if she wants the light in the dark. And that's what Rabbeinu says here, Yosef, the Sechel of Yosef, the wisdom of Yosef, it can light even in the dark places. Further down than Yaakov could do it. Why?
Closer to Malchut.
Because he has also the power of Yaakov. The fathers, each one of them was by himself. Abraham from the right, Yitzchak from the left, and Yaakov in the middle. Yosef starts the new way of taking the power of the one that is higher than me. I'm taking the power of Yaakov Avinu, and I'm using it with my own power, but now I'm doubled, like the moon takes the light of the sun and work with the light of the sun. But you can go into the night, into the dark places. The sun cannot go. She cannot go there. There's no way the sun can come to these places. Yaakov Avinu cannot go so far down. Like it says in the place that the Balei Tshuva stands, that Tzadikim cannot go. What does it mean? A Tzadik, he cannot make a sin in order to make a tikkun out of it. But the Balei Tshuva, he was there already. Before he knew it, he did something wrong. He was there. He was down. So now he can make the tikkun for this place. The tzaddik cannot make the tikkun. The Baal Tshuva by himself, also he cannot make the tikkun. Only when he comes, this Baal Tshuva comes to the tzaddik. So then together they make the tikkun. So the tzaddik needs the Baal Tshuva, and the Baal Tshuva needs the tzaddik. Yeah? But who went down? The Baal Tshuva went down. So that's the power of Yosef. Yosef can go down. He can go down to the very dark places, very low places. And then that's the main point. And Yaakov Avinu is Tiferet, and Tiferet is all the colors together. Yeah, from the right side is the
violet, purple.
No, it's blue. And from the left side is the red.
Right.
And or the green. The green is the middle already. Yeah, it's blue and red together. It's green, but he has also the blue and red with him, and the white of the light. The sword, he has all the lights, but not from outside, from inside. He has all the kind of the colors. So when you come to the tzaddik, to Yosef, like he's the tzaddik, yeah. In Yaakov Avinu, you have a problem because you see colors. I like this color. I don't like this color. I have a problem with it. But with Yosef, the colors are inside him. So I only see the light. But I don't see the color. I cannot say I like it or I don't like it. I just like it. Yeah, because he has all the colors. And I can connect to him. But I don't see the color that I don't like. Like if someone likes the blue or the green or the red, but he sees the other colors. So no, I like the red, but I don't like the blue. I don't want to go next to this man. Yeah? But in Yosef, you don't see all these colors. You just see the light. But because I can feel that he has my color, and I don't see the color that I don't like, so it's much easier for me to connect to him.
That has to do with the coat of many colors that his father made for him. The coat. Same thing.
Coat. It's chaluk. It's like, how do you say, like a gown.
Gown, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, and this what happens with Yosef, that he goes down to Egypt. And when he goes down to Egypt, first of all, he has all the problems with his brothers, which is a very dark place and very difficult place. And he sees the sechel, he sees the intelligence. You see, Hashem takes me in this way that I can feel the Balei Tshuvas. I can feel the low people. So he goes down, and then he goes to Egypt, and he make it possible to the tribes to come over to Egypt and to pass all the nisyonis that they have to pass in Egypt. Yeah, like he's a slave in one place. His mistress makes problem to him. He goes to jail. Like he's a big criminal, you know. He's the lowest of the low, you know. If you look out of it, you know, you say he's a slave, you know. And the slave does such a terrible thing, you know. You know, to go with his mistress, you know. He was very kind to you. He gave you a good job, you know, and that's how you behave. It's not nice. And then he goes to jail, and he's in jail. But he gives the power to the tribes and to the kids after the tribes to keep themselves in the good place. What is the good place? It says Israel. It says Alalu of the Avodah Zarah and Alalu of the Avodah Zarah. Yeah, they went like, you know, they look like the goyim, the same. You know, I said no. They had three things they didn't change. They didn't change the dress, the costume, the dress that they were. They didn't change the names, and they didn't change the language. It says they didn't change the tongue. You know, the language, they didn't change the tongue. So the name is who you are. Your name is the name of your soul. It's not the name of your body. Yeah, it's the name of your soul. So I didn't change the name of the soul. I said Yesod is Brit. What is Brit? Brit is like a contract. When you
covenant. Covenant.
Covenant. Yeah. I like when people get married. You know, it's a covenant. Yeah. I get engaged.
Right.
I get engaged. It means I belong to you and you belong to me. This is the brit between us. Mm-hmm. Yeah? And I stay loyal to this brit. How do I say I didn't change my name? I know that my name is the soul, and I know my soul belongs to Yosef, belongs to Yaakov, belongs to Yitzchak, belongs to Avraham Avinu, and belongs to Hashem. I know it. And I don't change my clothing. Yeah? It means I'm not ashamed of this engagement that I'm in. Yeah, I know I belong to this nation, and this is who I am. You know, and everyone can see it. And if I get humiliated because of it, or I get killed because of it, or whatever happens to me because I look like a Jewish man, I look like I belong to this tribe. Okay. So I show my loyal to the other side, and I didn't change my language. The language is the words, the holy language, the holy. I don't know. There's a machlokes if they call it Hebrew. If this is the old Hebrew, if this is the Lashon HaKodesh, yeah, that we learn the Torah with this language, yeah. So this is where my nefesh, my soul, comes out when I speak.
It's how I express myself.
But when I express myself, what do I express? I express my soul. Yeah. If it's the holy language, if I don't use bad words, you know, if you start using bad words, so you're not on the way. You're losing your soul. You don't take out your soul when you speak. But when we sit two people and we speak the holy language, and if it's in Hebrew, in Lashon HaKodesh, or if it's in English, but in a clean language, you don't have to be a sophisticated language, but you have to be clean, not to say bad words. So then I take my soul is on the table. Yeah? And when you take out your soul is on the table. So it gets engaged together. And when it gets engaged together, we are with Hashem. So we keep the brit, we keep the point of the Yesod by these three things that Yosef gave us the power to hold it. Because of Yosef, we had the power, and we still have this power to hold us.
Habegadim?
Huh?
Habegadim?
Habegadim is outside. I show that this is who I am. Yeah, it's now I will take off my beard and my payas, and I won't wear my kippah. Yeah, so I look like anyone else. I don't look Jewish.
It's interesting. It's interesting that the Bnei Israel didn't all keep the Brit Milah in Mitzrayim.
It's not. They didn't all. They most of them didn't.
But yeah.
Yeah. Except for Shlit'a Levi.
Maybe.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's a good question.
Yeah.
Because if it was Yosef, they should be holding it. Yeah. So this is the power of Yosef, that he brings down the ability to become a nation, and the ability to after this to receive the Torah, and for us is like in this Torah that we're learning, that if we go and we hold ourselves with the Tzadik, then we can we have the power to hold this engagement that we are in with Hashem. And when we hold this engagement, so we have the power to learn Torah. And if we have the power to learn Torah, so we have the power to conquer, to be menatzeach the Yetzer Hara. And if we have the power to menatzeach the Yetzer Hara, so we have the chen. And if we have the chen, so everything we ask, Hashem accepted. Only I say to Hashem, for me it's not enough that you accept. I want you to do. Not only to hear my prayers and my asking, but to do it,
Right.
Like you said, I thought about it. You said about Esav, that Yaakov managed to get into his heart and make a place in his heart to listen. So Esav,
Abraham.
What
Abraham.
happened?
You alright?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Here.
But your it's you put it on the speaker.
Speaker. Let's see.
I'm sorry. What? Okay. So where did you stop?
Keep going.
Oh, keep going. Okay. Where were we? What did you say? That we say that in this way, if we hold ourselves to the Tzadik, so we have the power to keep the engagement with Hashem Yitbarach going on. Yeah, and when we have this, so we have the power to speak. We have the power to speak. So we have the power to learn Torah, okay? Because He brings us closer to the Torah. And when we learn Torah, so then we can go over and beat the Yetzer Hara, and then we have the chen, and then Hashem accepts our wishes, our prayers, and whatever. Like He said with Esav, that Esav accepted Yaakov's, so he didn't harm him. And he took his present, yeah? But he didn't forgive him. But Yaakov asked him, please forgive me for taking the Bchora, yeah? He didn't forgive him. It's a halacha that Esav hates Yaakov. He didn't forgive him. He didn't forgive him for. So from this, what I learned from this is that there's madrigas, like I went to the income tax and I spoke nice enough that the pakid, how do you say pakid?
Secretary.
The secretary, he listened to me and he did part of the things that I wanted, but not all of it. The same way with Hashem. When I come to him and I ask Hashem, please help me, so he helps me. Because I have the help, because I did fight for my Torah, I did fight for my prayers and what I asked for him, I did work there. So I made a place in God's heart, if you can say like this. But how deep did it go? So by the depth that I managed to go into Hashem, that's how I managed to receive and get my prayers and ask him
request.
And it all goes, with me. Yeah. Now I have this Torah. I'm learning this Torah, and the soul of the Tzadik is here. Rabbeinu is here. Rabbi Nachman is here. He's listening to us and he's teaching us and he shows us. And whatever we hear, it doesn't have to be that we speak the same things. But I accept it in one way and you accept it in another way. Yeah? And each one, it's because Rabbi Nachman puts me to this way.
Directs
us in this way. Okay. But I'm there. Now, pick up your eyes and speak to Hashem. Listen, I learned in this Torah that I have to go to the Tzadik. I saw that Yosef a Tzadik, he held on to his father. For sure he was much higher than I am, and still he held on to his father. Means I must hold the Tzadik. Yeah? He knew the halacha. I don't know the halacha. I have to hold a Rav here in this world, in this time, in the time that I'm living, that he will give me the halacha. And ask him all the questions. I have to learn Torah, I have to learn to halacha to do it. Here, if I see that I have a halacha to do it, I have to do it. Yeah, and the more I go into it and I do it, the more I get closer to Hashem, the more I'm obligated to the engagement that I am with Hashem, yeah, the more Hashem is obligated to the engagement that He is with me.
Committed.
Committed, yeah. He's more committed. So here in Torah Lamed in Likutei, he says that there are times that the students go to the Rav. And there are times that the Rav go to the student. Like there were times that all the Hasidim came over to Rabbi Nachman, to Breslev, or to Uman, wherever he was. And there were times that Rabbi Nachman would go around the country, Ukraine, and teach the students. It's much more important when the Rav comes to the students. Because the power of the Rav when he's in his place is much higher. But when he goes out of his place, his light going down. It goes mochin de katnut. It goes smaller. So if the rabbi is very high, so it's very hard to understand him when you come to his house. Because the light is too big. Like when you go on a stage, if you ever been on a stage, yeah, the singer or the man that stands on the stage, he don't see the audience because the light is too big. So when you come to the Rav, you don't see the Rav. I hear but I don't see it. But when he goes out, and his light is a little bit lower, then I can see him much better.
That's very good, Masha.
Yeah.
Very good, Masha.
Because I was on the stage. And I wanted to see my friends, and I couldn't see them.
Very good.
Okay. Anyway, you know, so now now when Rabbi Nachman is not alive, is only alive in the books, it's easier for me to get hold of him, especially if I go to Likutei Alachot, to Rabbi Natan. It's easier for me to hold him. But when I take a Torah like what we are doing, you know, we take one Torah and we learn it and we dig in it and again and again and again and again and again. It's like, you know, blowing on a fire, that you make the flame grow.
Right.
You know, and this is what we do. The Tzadik came over to us. He gave us his book, and now we are blowing in the wind on this book. You know, and we make the flame higher. So sometimes I don't know what's happening with you. You know, I know what's happening. Sometimes, you know, I get excited. Like you saw me a couple of times after the shiur. You know, I get excited from the shiur. But this is the time that when you get excited, this is the time that you have to pray. This is the time you have to ask. You know, Hashem, please help me. You know. Now, why? Because if I feel the fire, it means I become connected with the Tzadik. So now it's not only my chen and my power, it's the chen of the Tzadik and the power of the Tzadik that I hold in my hand. So now ask the question. You know, every time that when you get excited, Rabbeinu says, every time you get excited from something that in the Kedusha, speak. Because when you speak, you take out your soul on the table. Now Hashem can see your soul. And the soul is much cleaner than the body. So it has much more chen. So then you can move your question. In Torah Lametet, you know, it's also for us. It's on the second part of Likutei Moharan, is Alef and Bet. So there he speaks a little bit more about looking on the sechel of everything that is in the creation. And again he says, you know, like, if you are connected to the Tzadik, he brings you much higher than you can go by yourself. Like it says when Israel was on the sea, on Yam Suf, and the sea was open into two, and Israel went inside. Then they saw the Shechina. They were in a very high level of like they were prophets, all of them. And it says, ראתה שפחה על הים, מה שלא ראה יחזקאל בן בוזי. Yeah, the prophet Yechezkel was lower than the last woman in Yam Suf. And what did Yechezkel Hanavi saw? All the Merkava, yeah. All the Merkava, he saw everything. He saw the sky was open in front of him, and he saw all the angels, everything. And the Merkava is the name that Merkava is in English it's courage, the holy courage. But in Hebrew it has the meaning also of putting things together. Because a courage is made out of different parts of the wheels, of the place, the seats, the platform, the seats, the roof, the horses, which means it's the connection